Thank you for inviting us, and this is so amazing.
Coming around. It's very nice.
Oh.
It feels so good.
And it's not like I was looking for someone his age. I wasn't. Trust me. I've been single for a long time.
And what I see now, I think that's okay. Yeah. And what I see now, I think that's okay. Yeah. The child is happy.
We're obsessed with TLC and all the trashy reality TV. It's a recap. It's a recap. It's a recap. Hello, welcome back to another reality recap. Today we're doing a rewatch. We're gonna do Darcey's journey. This is part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, I will link the video below, so I want you guys to watch it and then come back to this. So let's just jump right in. This is her second day in Amsterdam, and they banged last night. And I think it went well. Neither of them are really complaining. They seem close. And they get ready because they're gonna meet his parents, or Darcey's meeting his parents for the very first time. And as he's driving to his parents' house, he warns her. He's like, Darcey, my dad or my stepdad is very stern, very strict and direct. Do not take things personally, okay? That's just how he talks. And she's nervous, but she's also nervous about meeting his mom because she's closer to his mom's age than she is to Jesse's. They finally get to the parents' house, and I notice that she's wearing a different pair of Louboutins, and she still can't walk in those shoes.
I got you, mate.
The exterior of the house looks interesting. I actually didn't think that was a house at first. I thought maybe it was some kind of spiritual witchcrafty store or something like that. Somewhere I can imagine Ashley, as in Ashley and Manuel, going to or frequenting. Yeah, that's the vibe I got. They open the door into this really eclectic, chaotically colorful home. And his parents don't look anything like I had imagined. Yeah, completely different. I was like, wait, what? Who are these people? Who are these randos? But they were his parents, his mom and his stepdad. They're super hippy-dippy. Braids in their hair, different colors, heavy makeup, lots of jewelry. Dad had a bunch of piercings. He's got big feather earrings on, a beaded necklace, nail polish. I mean, how did Jesse end up like that? It's just, I just pictured something completely different. Now, when Jesse said his stepdad was very direct and stern, he wasn't kidding. The stepdad tells her, you guys just met in person and you're already talking about an engagement and kids?
We have seen each other 4 days, and you were planning about having kids. Having kids. I just don't mind.
I think Darcey had a mini stroke.
When you walking down the street in Amsterdam, I know, I heard from Mom.
I'm sure. I know.
He's getting those underwear thrown at him all over the streets. Yeah, he is kind of beautiful.
Okay, the energy is a lot. Somehow I've found people that are more chaotic than Darcey. I mean, these people are all over the place and they have a lot of thoughts. They do. Listen. That's a weird thing to say, like women throwing their underwear at your stepson. I mean, okay, whatever. So Darcey's like, well, I'm not ugly. I may be 42, but I've still got it. And he goes, well, you've got your own troubles, and he has no troubles.
But you got your troubles. You ain't got no troubles. What's in it for you? She is not on the same league as you are.
I wanted to punch him in the face. If my partner's parents said that to me, like I have my own issues, but my partner doesn't, like he's all perfect, I would just be like, what? And he even says, like, I see what's in it for her, but what's in it for you, Jesse? You are way out of her league. Are you kidding? No way, Jose. No way, Jose. No way. And Jesse goes, that's a good question, Dave. No, Jesse, that is the wrong answer. That is not what you say. Like, what the fork? If my man said that about our relationship, I'd be so mad. Darcey's looking at him, waiting for his answer. Like, what are you going to say? Can you save me here? Can you have my back? And Jesse goes, I guess no one's perfect. What? What kind of loser answer is that? Darcey didn't deserve that.
I didn't really know how to respond to that. I feel like we are equals.
Jesse saves himself though. He takes another minute to craft his answer, and then he finally says, I think we're different culturally and our age, but she's very special. She's a special woman. Oh, can you imagine meeting your significant other's parents and they're telling you that you're not good enough for our kid? So what the hell is he doing with you? No, and if my man didn't have my back on top of that, I would be like, we're done. We are done. Nuh-uh. They finally finish up with their dinner, and as soon as they get in the car, she looks at him like so desperately, and she goes, I love you. I love you. And he's like, huh? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I love you too. It just made me so sad because when, like, the way she was looking at him and staring at him and just her eyes just had so much desperation and thirst, you know? Oh, Darcey, that was sad.
So how do you feel, baby?
How do you think she felt, you idiot?
Level, I thought it was lovely, right? I thought that I saw some tears coming up.
I'm happy.
Ew, I think he's enjoying this. I can't believe he said it went well. Like, on a personal level. What do you mean on a personal level you think it went well? He's such an ass crack, like a hairy, dirty, sweaty ass crack. He should have apologized on behalf of his stepdad if he actually cared about Darcey. Because if my parent acted like that to my significant other the first time they met him, I would be mortified. I would be like, babe, I'm so sorry for what my stepdad said. Like, please do not take it to heart. He's just on crack all the time. I don't know what he's talking about.
He meant when he said, like, I'm out of your league.
Well, you had to ask him, right?
I didn't, though. So, like, when your stepdad asked, like...
I hope it didn't rub you the wrong way, to be honest, because he didn't mention it in a negative way. You have to understand, like, Dave is a very extrovert and direct person, you know?
I get it. See,
can I finish, baby?
Oh, I hate him. I hate him already. And it's only day 2. Like, I did not know that he was such a dick this early in the season. I did not know they had issues in their relationship this early. I thought they had a happy beginning and then things got really bad once he got to America, but no. It was bad from the jump, from the get. As soon as she landed, no, before, even when they were talking on the phone, yeah, she did mention they had a tumultuous relationship. They get into a lot of arguments. So why are they together?
There's that fear of losing me that makes her feel uncomfortable.
Oh, he knows that he has her wrapped around his little finger, and that's why he feels like he can degrade her and belittle her and be condescending because she's going to stick around. This is why Darcey needs to know her worth and she needs to be confident and so secure in herself, but she's giving off desperate. She is giving off, I need you. I want you so bad. And that's why he's just like, I can treat her however I want, talk to her however I want, because she's just always going to stick around. Now it's time for the asswipe to meet her daughters through a video call. And it goes well, I guess. She's like, they're going to be your stepdaughters. And he doesn't really respond. So, yeah, that's probably a red flag. This relationship is awful. There's no chemistry. So far. Not yet, at least. He's such a shitty person. His personality sucks. There's nothing redeeming about him. And he's not even that cute. He probably takes longer to get ready than Darcey does. And I'm pretty sure Darcey wants the bathroom all to herself when she's getting dolled up for him. The next day, Jesse goes to work, so Darcey hangs out with his mom. And when they hang out, she tells Darcey that she doesn't want them to get married in a hurry, like to take their time, there's no rush. And then Darcey tells her, well, I love him so much. And his mom totally cuts her off and says, I know, but take your time. And she's like, okay. Now it's the evening and Darcey's still out. Jesse comes home from work, he washes up, he gets his apartment ready for some lovemaking. I mean, he turns the lights low, he turns on the red lights, he has those light up balloons. There's some flowers and he's ready, but she's still not home. So he texts her, come home, please. And she texts back, okay, soon, I'm at a bar right now. And now he's pissy because he is on a very tight schedule. He has to start having schmecks at 8 p.m. so he can finish by 8:30 p.m. and sleep by 9 p.m. Well, she finally gets home. She's very tipsy and very emotional. He tries to converse with her, so they're at the table and he's like, yeah, so where were you? I missed you. And she's like, oh, okay, well, didn't think you'd miss me. And it gets real awkward real fast. Oh God, this is so painful to watch. He's like, what's with your attitude? You're not my boss, okay? Don't tell me what to do. In the confessional, he describes her as being sassy. And then they argue about a dresser. I don't know. I don't remember it being so cringy. Like, it's bad. They're really bad. It's so cringy. Now let's move on to part 3. I don't remember it being this cringy. Oh God. So they're in this very sour mood and then they're done filming for the night and the camera crew goes home. Now this is the morning after. We see Darcey at a hotel because after the cameras left, they got into a giant argument. A producer calls Jessie and she's like, wow, what a night. Like, what do you mean, what a night? What the hell happened? What the hell went on? Why did you guys go home so early?
This total disaster occurred last night. She didn't want me to hold her and she wanted to get out of the place and she ran into the bushes.
Oh my God. I'm so sad we didn't get any footage of this. She ran into the bushes? Can you imagine drunk Darcey going like, just doing her whole thing and then she like runs. Oh my God. Oh my God. I wish we got to see that. So it sounds like she got drunk and had a drunken meltdown, which I may also have had once or twice or 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I lost count back in the day when I used to drink. And again, this is why I don't drink, because I make an ass out of myself. I am so cringy. I am literally the creme de la creme of cringiness. And I just can't. No. So anyway, you know what? I hate to admit this, but I'm pretty sure I was just as cringy as Darcey was. So she's crying. She's in the hotel lobby. And then Jessie walks in with some of her stuff and they hug and she apologizes and he's so gentle and understanding in this scene. And it's kind of confusing. I really wish we saw the fight because I feel like they were both nasty to each other. But now he's turning on his charm again because he knows how to win her back. You know, he knows how to turn on the charm. So he's very gentle in this scene. He's understanding. He's kind of like, it's very confusing. I would be confused too. Because he can be a real bitch sometimes. And then he can be super sweet and Prince Charming. That's too confusing. I don't like it. And listen, Darcey, there's something going on with her. I absolutely believe Jessie is controlling as fuck. Oh, speaking of controlling, he tells her never, ever, ever to drink again. And she's like, I'm a grown woman. I can drink if I want to. And then he tells her, you scared me a lot yesterday, honey, because of your drinking. Like, you know my past. You know how I'm triggered by alcoholics and addiction. I don't know. It just all comes off so manipulative. Like, a part of me believes him, but then a part of me is like, no, he's doing this to like control the narrative, like to control her emotions, to get her back in line. That's what I think. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But she agrees to not drink anymore. He's like, we can grow so strong. Don't let the alcohol get in between our love, honey. Like, we can be the best thing in the world. And she's like, okay, sweetie, I'm going to try not to drink again. Oh, God. This is so unnecessarily emotional, by the way. The scene, they're hugging, they're sobbing, they're looking into each other's eyes. He's holding her face. Like, they're acting as if he's going off into war or something, like he just got drafted. Like, what the hell is this? It's so unnecessary. Listen, I get it. I get him. If you've had a bad, I mean, I don't think there's a positive experience with addiction, but yeah, if you've had any type of experience with addiction, it's like traumatizing. And especially if you've had to watch your loved one go through addiction, that's terrifying. I can see why he would feel very uncomfortable around that, but Darcey's not an alcoholic. She's not addicted. Yes, she got drunk, but that doesn't mean she's an alcoholic, and that doesn't mean she shouldn't drink. Later that day, he has a little surprise for her, and he takes her to a windmill. And damn, they were really decked out in House of 11 merch. Just noticed that. He takes her to the second floor, and he gives her a romantic speech. And next to this squeaky, loud-ass windmill, okay, he gets down on one knee. opens up a ring box and says, by the way, this isn't an engagement ring, but this is a token of my appreciation. Are you freaking kidding me? You could just see the smile and the happiness die in Darcey as soon as he said, this is not an engagement ring. Who gets a ring that looks exactly like an engagement ring, gets down on one knee like a proposal, and takes out the ring, puts it on her finger, her ring finger, the engagement ring finger, and says, this is not an engagement ring, but it's a token of my appreciation? What the fuck? That is sick. That is sick. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew how much she wanted to get engaged because she's been telling him this whole time, I want an engagement ring. Where's my ring? Where's my ring? I can't wait to get engaged. I can't wait to get married. He's totally fucking with her. Totally, 1000%. There's just no other reason he would be doing this other than to completely mess with her, especially knowing how much she wants a proposal. It's so messed up. Like, look at her. She looks so sad. She's trying so hard to be cool about it too. She's trying to smile, but she just can't. She's like, hey, promise ring. Actually, he doesn't even want to call it a promise ring. He just says, it's a ring of my appreciation. Okay, I appreciate you. They get in the car, and guess what happens? Yeah, it's time for another argument. They argue about the ring. He's like, oh, I thought you'd be happy about the ring. I didn't know you were going to be such a bitch about it. If you actually thought she'd be happy about the ring, then you're a freaking idiot. Finally, it's time for Darcey to go back home. 6 weeks is over, and he gives her his military jacket to take with her as like a little gift, think of me gift. They're at the airport. They say goodbye. Jessie tries really hard to squeeze out some tears. She's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Are you sure you can't? Are you sure you love me, Jessie? Are you sure? I can't wait to take your last name soon. I can't wait until you're the father of my children. Oh my God. He's like, yes, now go. Goodbye. He essentially pushes her to hurry up and get the fuck out of here. Like, oh God.
Do you have any idea how long that might take to propose?
I love the fact that some people can put a time frame on when it's best to propose or when it's best to say, I love you. Listen, the only time frame is the heart.
Damn, can you just answer the mother effing question? Like, have you guys noticed that he always beats around the bush? He gives the longest answer that isn't even the answer. And that is part 2 of Darcey's journey. And in part 3, we're going to watch 6 months go by. And then Jessie is coming to America. Ooh, I can't wait. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
It's a recap, it's a recap, it's a recap. Locked in, can't escape, no we won't tap. It's a recap, it's a recap. Can't get enough. Trashy TV, it fills us up. We're obsessed with DLC. Trashy shows reality. 90-day fiancé, Gypsy Rose all night long. It's a recap, it's a recap, it's a recap. Locked in, can't escape, no we won't tap. It's a recap, it's a recap.